coordinate geometry question here, but it's all algebraic. A and B are given by 2a squared and a plus 1a respectively, a not equal to 0. And we're told that straight line perpendicular to AB passing through A cuts the x-axis at P. We're asked to find P. So let's first of all put the coordinates on. I don't know if this is to scale or realistic at all, but it's not going to matter. It's just to help us get a feel for what's going on. So the line AB is just when I connect them. I could connect them like that, or I could sort of carry it on even. And then my perpendicular is going to be like that at right angles. So I'm going to focus on this equation, the equation of the perpendicular. To get that, I work out the gradient between A and B, first of all, and then I'm going to be taking the negative reciprocal. So I'll go with the differences in that y's is a squared minus a, and then just be consistent. The other one's going to be 2a minus a plus 1. Just make sure you're subtracting them the same way around both times. The bottom is just going to become a minus 1. So we're going to factorize the top to a minus 1. And actually, these are going to cancel. I'm just left with a as the gradient. Therefore, gradient of the perpendicular is going to be the negative reciprocal. It's going to be minus 1 over a. These two together multiply to give minus 1. And therefore, equation of the perpendicular through a is, we got two options. You can either use y equals mx plus c, or you can use y minus y1 is equal to mx minus x1. This avoids having to rearrange to get c. So y minus a squared, because it's going through point A, is going to equal minus 1 over a, because that's my gradient of the perpendicular, times x minus 2a. There we go. Right, and we're not far off now. Remember, we're asked to find point P where the the straight line goes through the x-axis. If I draw that in roughly here, it's going to be when y is equal to 0. So minus a squared equals minus 1 over a times x minus 2a. We can work out the value of x. Times through by minus a would actually give me a cubed equals x minus 2a, which means x is equal to 2a plus a cubed. And we've got it. P is going to have coordinates 2a plus a cubed, and then 0 for the y value. In part 2, we're told that the midpoint of the line AB has equal x and y ordinates. So x and y are the same values, that's what that's saying. Find the possible values of a in their simplest third form. Okay, so let's take a look at the midpoint. Okay, it's sometimes easier to look at it with numbers. So let's say I had 1 and 3 as coordinates. And I don't know, let's go with 3 and 11. Then we're finding a number that's halfway between 1 and 3. It would be 2. Sometimes I see people, what they do is they subtract them to get the difference, divide that by 2, and then add it on to the lower one. That would work here. 3 minus 1 is 2. Divide that by 2 is 1. Add that on to the 1 to give us 2. There is a quicker way, and it's worth doing here, I think, because of the algebra nature of this problem. And it's actually just to add the x values together and divide by 2. You can prove it algebraically that will always work. I'm not going to do that here. But it's good to know this formula, so we can just put it straight in. So it works for the 3 and the 11 as well. 3 plus 11 is 14, divided by 2 gives 7. Okay, so let's apply it to our situation. So the midpoint is going to be 2a plus a plus 1 divided by 2, adding those two x1s up, and then a squared plus a divided by 2. It's going to simplify that to give me 3a plus 1 over 2, and then a squared plus a over 2. And x and y are the same. So this means that 3a plus 1 over 2 is going to equal a squared plus a over 2. I can times through by 2. I can write it, it's now a quadratic, so let's get it equal to 0. A squared minus 2a, and then it'll be minus 1 is equal to 0. I think I'm going to need the quadratic formula for this, or I could complete the square. It's up to you. I'm going to complete the square. X minus 1 all squared minus 1 minus 1 is equal to 0. That's the same thing. So a minus 1 squared is going to equal 2. A minus 1 will then equal plus or minus root 2. So a is either 1 minus root 2 or 1 plus root 2. Just need to check, because I can't remember if there were any restrictions on a. We were just told that it was not equal to 0. The question does say find the possible values of a in their simplest third form. Didn't actually read that. So it was never going to factorize. This is the simplest third form. So just going to put a box around it and we're done. If you want to use the quadratic formula, then of course you can. It's going to be then a is equal to 2 plus or minus minus 2 squared, which is 4, minus 4 times 1 times minus 1 square rooted all over 2. Like sometimes I'd say completing square is actually easier than having to do all of this, because I'm going to get root 8 divided by 2. Okay, of course you can use your calculator to simplify it to 2 root 2, because it's root 4 times root 2. That's what root 8 is. And that's how I get 2 root 2. And again, then I get 1 plus or minus root 2. Well done on this question.